Hello and welcome back to 18 WJTS in.form. I'm Kaitlyn Neukam, and today I'm joined by the folks of Celestine. We're here to talk about the Celestine Streetfest coming up Saturday, June 24th. So we're, of course, delighted to be with you and to welcome you into our little humble studio in Jasper.
Great, thank you. We're happy to be here.
Yeah, so of course, just for introduction's sake, we've got Schnell here and Glen Schepers, both just involved with the leadership group and getting this kicked off.
Right, yeah, and we're both lifelong members of Celestine. We've been there, pretty much all our lives, and it's just something that we've been, part of, and it's a great community.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Everybody feeds off each other.
Yeah.
That's the small town pride that I enjoy. I'm a Hayesville person, so I completely get it, and that's why having you guys in is such an exciting thing to see. So we've got this Street Fest coming up, and so what can we expect? And I know we've got a long list of fun things to look forward to. I'd love to hear more about it.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a jam-packed day, one-day event. We start at 8 o'clock and we go into the next morning about 1 in the morning with some entertainment. 8 o'clock we have 2 big events that happen. I will talk about the car show that happens over at the Celestine Park. It starts at 8 o'clock, registrations, sign up there. 8:30 you can start getting breakfast, and they will have lunch also available up until 2, and then the awards happen about 2:30. So the Celestine Park has done a great job at renovating that facility. The park is beautiful. There are a ton of trees over there, so it's shaded, so even if it is warm, you're gonna find a little shade over there to relax under. So come on over and get that. And I think Glen knows a little bit about the 5K. He's a runner himself.
I see the shirt, yeah.
Yes, I am definitely a runner. I enjoy running, and what's unique about Celestine is we add a few hills. Anybody can run. Just a few hills. Anybody can run a flat course, so we throw in a few hills, make it a little challenging. But
very good.
I love the course. It does get a little hot sometimes, but even at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. We have registrations that are online at CelestineIndiana.com, so you can go register now or the morning of the event, and that starts at 8 o'clock, and that will start at happy hour in the basement.
Okay.
So you can come there and get ready for that course and enjoy a good run.
Is the 5K run walk? I mean, luckily it's a walk thing as well, because sometimes people just don't get to run all of it, which is fine. But is this for the whole family? Is this for a specific age range? What can we expect for signing up?
All ages, right?
It is all ages.
Yeah.
Last year I kid everybody who participated because the winner was pushing their child.
Yes.
So I told everybody there, I said, you all got beat by a baby, so.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and I think we have a 4-year-old that signed up already. So if you like the beautiful scenery, want to run walk on a beautiful morning in Celestine, come on up.
All exciting things, and I think it's definitely more prevalent for moms to be working their tushes off while pushing the baby, and they just get a fun ride. So it's definitely good to see, and again, emphasizing that it's a community event for all ages is
correct.
Definitely the goal here. And then also, you guys have food stands opening when?
Our food stands open at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
So we will have an all-day menu, which includes things like bratwurst, breaded tenderloin, breaded turkey tenders, haystack potatoes, wedges, burgers. And then by popular demand, we're going to have our famous Celestine fried chicken. So we'll have full dinners that start at 4:30.
Okay.
And you can get a quarter chicken with wedges, slaw, and some homemade bread. So we're going to have all the food you can handle all day long.
I think that's one thing that sets the small towns apart, is that no matter what events, festivities are going on, they always make sure you're leaving with some type of good food in your stomach.
Absolutely, and I'm glad to have our fried chicken back.
Yes, it was missed for several years, but it's back now.
Well,
and we also have some other clubs. So we have the Girl Scouts, I think, that are up there that have ice cream sandwiches.
Boy Scouts
Boy Scouts.
Cobblers.
Oh.
Yeah, so you can get your sweet treats as well. I think the cheerleaders are up there and do lemonade shake-ups. And then there's some other organizations that are going to have snow cones and things like that.
Yeah, so a full lineup, so you don't really need to leave the fest to have a good day, have all your meals. I mean, I think you mentioned that there's going to be breakfast served in the morning. That's very rare to find in a fest like this anyway. So having all the meals covered is a good thing.
Yep.
You can spend your whole day.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, and with that, I mean, the family's going to come out, and maybe you don't want to babysit the kids all day long. So what kind of, I'm seeing a kids zone in this details. I'd love to hear more about that.
Yeah, so we have the kids zone area that's very popular, and that's going to start at noon and run till about 7 o'clock. And there are going to be some different things happening this year. So there's a little bit of a change on some of the games. So you'll find some new games that the kids can play. We normally would have like bouncy house inflatables. This year we're having an inflatable, but if it's more of like a sports game inflatable that the kids can kind of challenge each other with a basketball shoot and some other things. Mini golf, I think, is also, there's a mini golf course, and you can get a bracelet and they can play all day long. So parents, if you're busy working or you want to attend one of the other events, they can go and, you know, have their kids come and play doing some of those as well. And they get prizes, and it's always a good time.
Yeah, it sounds like bringing it reminds me of Fuzzies that we used to have in Jasper, except it's like on Celestine for the day only, so you get to have just a good time on the hill. So.
That's right. What else do we have? Like the tractor pool, the pedal pool for the kids. That's a fun event too.
Yeah, so not only do they get to have a little bit of fun, but they get to challenge their sportsmanship in all different kinds of ways, which is super exciting. And then with the threat of competition per se, you guys host a pet parade. I'd love to hear more about.
Yes, that's a fun one. This is our second annual pet parade. Last year, I didn't get to watch it very much, and I was a little bit upset about that because everyone was saying that it was such a cute, fun, adorable thing to watch. So hopefully we'll get many more participants this year. You can bring up your cats, your dogs, bring them on a leash, bring them in a wagon. I feel like some people have like mini ponies or whatever you want to bring. Dress them up. There are prizes for, I believe it is best dressed, best trick, best to show, cutest pet, and most unique. So the registration for that starts about 9:15, and at 9:30 is when the pet parade will happen, up there on the main hill in front of the big tent.
Yeah, I think I have the unique experience of saying I was at the pet parade last year when you guys weren't. That was my first Celestine Streetfest. And we saw the pet parade, and I got to see some dogs in overalls and whatnot, and it was fun. It was fun. I did see a few cats, which was very surprising. Although maybe the cats were a bit timid, it was good to see everyone out and being able to say, oh, that's a cute costume. Oh, that one can do tricks and all that fun stuff. So it's definitely a unique thing to bring to the fest, and it's early in the day, so the pets aren't getting hot. You can take them home and come back and all that good stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so also you guys, I'm seeing, have the clogging clovers.
Yes.
What is that?
Okay, so this group has been around for a long time, and there are a whole bunch of different kids that come in with the Du Bois County Youth 4-H, and they've just put on a clogging show, and they're very entertaining. They come up, they're under the main tent, and they're just going to entertain while there's events going on, like the pedal tractor pull, when people are getting the food, during the sheephead tourney, card tournament that's happening. It's just really fun to be able to watch them. They've put in a lot of time and effort all year, so we're glad to have them up.
Oh, that's neat. Very neat. And also having performers that are a bit younger and local is definitely definitely good to help them build their skills and whatnot.
That's right. Getting them geared up before that 4-H fair comes.
Yes. And oh my goodness, is it coming too soon?
Yes.
But that's why having you guys in for the Celestine Streetfest and being sure that people know about that before the weeks-long 4-H is super important.
Yeah.
Yep.
What is the sheephead tourney?
Sheephead, it's a challenging game. If you've never played sheephead before, it is a challenging game, and it's very popular. I can't remember how many participants we had last year, but we fill up a tent dedicated to sheephead players, and
It's very popular. We always have a large crowd coming up, and it's fun to watch them for sure. And that happens under the West tent, so right in front of the food stands. And I think registration is at 11:30, and then the tourney starts at noon.
Okay, so is this kind of like cornhole, or like what am I gearing up for here? It sounds definitely interesting.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just a card game. So anything similar to, well, it's nothing similar to like euchre or Sid. I don't know how to play it. It is a challenging card game, but there are a lot of people who love it, and so we like to have Sandra Processing sponsors the event, and they just have a really good time, and we're excited to be able to host everyone up there every year.
No, I think that's great. More people are looking for those type of activities that aren't as physically demanding. So playing cards out in a fest, you don't see that very often, but it's a unique thing, but great to have. And I can believe you guys have a huge crowd. Oh, yeah. Probably gonna triple, maybe quadruple if people watch and they want to come see what it's about.
Yeah.
And not too shyly away from all of these fun things, you guys have the beer garden opening.
Yeah, so the beer garden starts at noon, and one thing about our beer garden is it's free admission, so you don't have to don't have to pay for admission or a bracelet or anything like that. But we open at noon, and we'll go all the way until 1 a.m. when Boogie Tunes is our final entertainment at the end. So we'll have a full day of adult beverages for those who would like to have something.
I think we know someone. I just can't think of who from Boogie Tunes. But no, you guys have set up the perfect lineup for that evening, capping that. I'm seeing a life flight helicopter look and see as well. That's something unique.
Yeah, I think, I don't know if it was last year, but it was one of the years prior, from St. Vincent, the Stat Flight helicopter look and see. So our Celestine Volunteer Fire Department really helped. They're integral in the community, and they help set this up, and it will come and fly over the fest, and it'll land down in the cemetery field, and the helicopter pilots will let everyone kind of peruse around and discuss a little bit about the helicopter, and it's pretty interesting to have that fly over the fest and then be able to go down and see that up close and personal.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to have cars and tractors there, and I mean, things we deal with every day, but a helicopter, it makes a lot of noise in the sky sometimes, so getting to see it in person is definitely an experience.
Yes, it's fun.
You guys are also going to have a mass at the parish center as well, which I think is kind of different too. I mean, not very many fests are that they don't necessarily highlight religious events that way, but you guys are, which is really neat.
Yeah. Go ahead, Glen.
We have a strong religious community, so our German heritage builds on that. Unfortunately, our church is being renovated right now, so we did have to move the mass to the parish center. But we usually get a pretty good turnout for the mass as well.
Yeah, so that'll be in the parish center basement, so it's air conditioned. So yeah, if you want to take a break from any of the heat that's happening, and
I'm assuming it's accessible to handicapped and all that good stuff
yes,
as well.
Yes, absolutely, yeah. Yep.
Very good, very good. A good time to not only take a pause from all the festivities, but take a break from hopefully not too hot of a day as well. So I'm also seeing a quilt show happening in the afternoon as well.
Absolutely. So we have, I think, one of the biggest quilt shows in the county, I think. But what we do is there's lots of different groups that have the quilts made throughout the year, and they are going to be auctioned off, or I guess tickets sold for these at our St. Isidore shooting match, which is in October in the fall. So what we do is we have these laid out, and they're going to be in the Celestine Elementary School basement, so that everyone can come and look at them and see what the ladies and maybe even men have been quilting for the last year.
Yeah, that's so neat. Like, so do you happen to know which organizations are kind of being able to bring the quilts? Is it just a lot of people? Is it like 4-H type stuff? What kind of?
Yeah, this is actually from part of the church. So the St. Isidore Parish pulls these together, and there are several local ladies and groups that get together, and they will go ahead and donate money to have the quilts made. And then they sell tickets at the parish shooting match, which is in the Celestine Community Club in October. And then they can have a chance to win those. And there's people that come for that shooting match from miles away, and people like different states will want to come and have a chance for these quilts. So yeah, it'll be really nice.
Quilts are very popular.
They are very popular.
And it's a lost art form in today's world, but it's very exciting to see that people are still putting it on for a good cause.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And also during that time, this is normally we have these in the parish center, but what we're going to do this year is put those in the Celestine Elementary School, because as you know, the school's closed, but I think we are going to be tearing the school down after a while, and so we're going to have like a final walkthrough of the school, and so people can come look at the quilts and actually go back and remember their days, reminisce in their days when they may have attended school, and that will be, they'll have the tours, or people can just kind of walk through and look. And then also there's a silent auction that's going to be happening, or that's happening now online, for some of the items that are still in the school, so people can go through and look at those as well.
Yeah, one final goodbye. I don't think you get that very often when it comes to buildings and demolition and whatnot.
Yes.
You just hear about it, and then you drive by it next time, and it's gone.
I know.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
good
come
way.
on up and see the school for one last time.
One last chance.
Yes. I'm seeing here we have a very talented Debbie Sheeter scheduled as well. I've seen her at the Will Read and Sing for Food. She was phenomenal. So getting to share her wonderful talents with the community, I bet, is very exciting.
Yes, Debbie is a local favorite. Lots of people love to come out and support her and listen to her. So she's going to have 2 different times, 2 different opportunities to be on the main stage to entertain us. And we are so excited to have her up there.
Very exciting. And then you also have this award ceremony coming up as well. I'd love to learn more about the details and kind of what to expect.
Yeah, you want to go through that, Glenn, for the Celestine Park, the DSA?
Oh, the DSA, Distinguished Service Day. Yes, every year, and I think just for the last couple of years we've done this during the fest.
Yes.
They used to have their dedicated time. We thought, here we're bringing everybody together. Why not do this Distinguished Service Award during the fest when everybody is there? So, we go through, we select the individual or group of individuals or family that is really shown that they've done their part for the community. So that's where we give them their Distinguished Service Award.
Yeah. So I know they accept nominees throughout the several months, I think, before the event, and then the park and other people sit down and pick some of those volunteers and people who do just so much for the community and want to go ahead and recognize them and award them for their efforts.
Very neat. So are we gonna hear the award winner at this event, or is it kind of well known? What's the deal with that?
Yeah, absolutely. No, all the nominees will be brought up on stage, and the winner will be announced, and will be a surprise for everybody.
Oh, very neat, very neat. I know some awards ceremonies we've presented in the past here have had it where you're gonna know everybody and it's gonna be a celebration of everyone, but this is, of course, for one individual person, and I mean, it's a testament to show how many people do care about the community. It's just another one of those ways that you guys can celebrate the community.
Absolutely. And it's hard because we have so many people that do so much. So there's always a lot of nominees, and it's a tough act for the park people to be able to do that. But it's a great way. It's a great way to recognize them.
All good things. It definitely sounds like the time of the fest for sure. But what I'm excited about, because I've heard it from the folks over at Ferdinand, is you also have the Silly Safari headed your way.
Well, actually, we're not quite sure about the Silly Safari this year.
Not yet.
It may or may not happen.
Okay.
So if it does, it would happen around the 7 p.m. time frame. So you'll just have to come up and be there to find out.
Exactly. I mean, you guys, do you guys post online about the updates and whatnot? Or are you more... stuff like that, so people like myself can, stay updated. Yes, so
we have the schedule. Everything is on CelestineIndiana.com, and we do daily Facebook posts of all the events and what's going on. We have events that are set up on our Celestine Indiana Facebook page, so just check it out there.
Awesome. That's a good plug, just to make sure, because
right.
Facebook is where everyone goes nowadays to find events. So I just wanted to make sure we got to
Yes.
that. So the evening is full of some great live entertainment as well, right?
Right. So I think what our fest is known for is kind of, the big entertainment in the evening, and we usually have a great musical act. And, this year, of course, is just one of the best as well, too. We're having that Arena Rock show coming up. So they're a nationally touring band. They have a band that does a 70s, 80s tribute.
Ooh.
They are in full costume, and they kind of take on the part. So anything from, Bon Jovi, Guns N' Roses, Journey, Def Leppard, you're going to hear it. I'm super excited about this because this is kind of the music that, is close to my heart, what I grew up with.
Yeah.
And we have... I can't even explain how excited we are because there's so many people that come up to see this from all around in the counties, and they put on a long 2-hour show, and it's just, it's, with the pyrotechnics and the lights and just different things that happen, it is truly an experience.
Yeah. When you come to the Celestine Streetfest, you're going to get a unique band, someone that you've not seen before, most likely.
Yes.
Because all of our bands come from fairly good distance.
Yes.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like fun. Definitely not the normal events thing. I know Strassenfest, they have 2 different performance stages, and it's battling to hear which one's which, but this is going to be a full outdoor concert, essentially.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And plus, you guys are going to have all kinds of food and drinks being served throughout the day, and the kids are going to have somewhere to go. There's events from the AM into the late PM and then back into the AM.
Right. So we always end the night. We have done this for several years with Boogie Tunes DJ Entertainment. Somebody might know him here.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's on the tip of my tongue. I see him every day, but I can't think of who it is.
Right. Well, besides that, they are wonderful, and we always have a big crowd that comes up for them. They rock it out until 1 a.m. and kind of end the night with a bang. And if you want to hear all your favorite music from rock to country and you want to dance, come on up.
Yeah.
Yes, Boogie Tunes has been a well-established DJ service in the Du Bois County area, so it's a perfect fit to end the night with some good jams from all those DJs there, including Ty Hunter among a few. if we're gonna say it.
Yeah.
So Dawn, Glenn, it's been wonderful to kind of run
Thank
through
you.
the schedule with you. Is there anything else either of you would like to say to get the people out there, or anything you're excited for, or just anything we need to know?
Just that we're doing this for the community. The funds that we raise go to our church, they go to our community club, they go to the park, they go to the PTO.
And the fire department.
And the fire department.
And the Knights of Columbus.
And the Knights of Columbus, absolutely. So, this is a great opportunity for us to raise some money so that we can help these organizations do what they do best.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all these people in these organizations, we could not run this fest without them. They bring in the people. They're members of Celestine, but they're part of these organizations as well. So all of our community is wonderful. We live in the best town. I really do have to say it. I'm a little biased, but it just them coming up for the week ahead to making sure that we get everything set up to the cleanup after. They're always there in droves, and we couldn't, say how thankful we are. We really appreciate everyone's help.
Yeah, vital support from a vital community so that the community can enjoy this event and then put back in the community. I think it's safe to say it's definitely a pretty clean spinning cog and equation, whatever you want to say with it. So,
absolutely.
All exciting things, and we thank you, of course, for traveling down to little old Jasper to come talk about Celestine. You just have to go up on the hill and see it for yourself is, our end takeaway for sure.
Yeah, come on up for a great day.
Well, thank you, and thank you so much at home for watching. You have been watching 18 WJTS in.form. Again, the Celestine Streetfest is Saturday, June 24th, and you do not want to miss it. From early in the morning all the way until it gets dark, there's going to be events and all kinds of stuff to do for all ages. And we are local people watching local people.